DK Telecom Limited is a Gambian-owned managed company. It's an internet service provider with efficient service package for your corporate and individual needs, which includes shared bandwidth and dedicated services. They are located at Barinharin Highway, Bijilo at Sky Blue Plaza. Rush now to subscribe with DK Telecom, a solution provider to all your internet problems. DK Telecom service includes 5 meg speed, 7 meg speed and 10 meg speed respectively, with 30 days unlimited browsing excellence, 24 hours customer service, free support and free installation. For more information on DK Telecom services, call these numbers: 954 4000, 894 4000, 294 4000, 5144 000. DK Telecom, a solution provider to all your internet worries.
Yeah, it's okay. आप ही बताइए।
भाई आपको दिया गया है।
अच्छा।
Do you leave some between the concrete?
Yes.
Yes.
That is exactly the point is needed. Why?
Yeah.
Because there has to be a circulation.
Yeah.
And apart from that, we have the AHUs which are coming there. The extractor fans are there. So everything needs to be extracted. So there has to be some space to take out and circulation of air. And of course, you see, you have the negative pressure coming within the ICUs, which has to be maintained. So all these areas have to be taken care of.
And in the lab, where there's some request for some specific pressure difference?
Not in the labs.
Not in the labs.
Not in the labs, but in the ICUs, yes.
Okay, in the ICU.
In the labs, they are maintained at the normal temperature. Normal pressure.
Everywhere. Right.
My name is Amelie Heinz. I'm from KfW Development Bank based in Frankfurt, Germany. And first of all, let me say thank you very much for the grand hospitality we have received as a KfW delegation here in the Gambia. So as the representative of the Ministry of Health has already said, the German government has agreed to support the Ministry of Health of Gambia with the health infrastructure here on this site. And so we're here with a appraisal mission together with our partners from WAHO. And I've just had the occasion to visit this construction site of the Ministry of Health, supported by the World Bank. And I must say we're very impressed with the progress of work. And we're very glad as KfW Development Bank to also continue supporting the Ministry of Health in enlarging here this health facilities on Farato side. And now I would like to hand over to our long-standing partner from WAHO.
Amélie, and my name is Dr. Cletus Adorinzin. I'm from the West African Health Organization. For information, we are ECOWAS Health Institution, and yeah, we are here this week to support with our partner KfW to support the government through a contribution to this. That's building that we have been visiting. We are happy to be here. We first of all say thank you so much for the Ministry of Health and the government for receiving the WAHO team, and also we're looking forward to support the country. That's part of our mandate. Thank you so much.
Well, the agreements are still to be finalized, but what we are right now looking at for deeper analysis is the financing of a multi-purpose surgical center and a dialysis structure, including some wards, which could be located over there and which would be closely linked to the existing structure to really have a synergy and a good interaction between those facilities that are being constructed right now.
With equipment.
And of course with equipment, yes, of course. So it will be the financing of an infrastructure and the equipment, robust state-of-the-art equipment.
So you're working in partnership with WAHO?
Yes, we have been cooperation with WAHO for more than 10 years in the field of health, And so yes, I think this is a very good partnership, and since WAHO has the mandate, this is actually an excellent opportunity also for Gambia to extend its cooperation with WAHO in this field, and also, of course, with KFW.
So in addition to that, apart from the highly specialized surgical unit, they are also going to help us set up an ambulance tracking system that is going to track all the ambulances of the country, so that we can know every ambulance, its movement, and if we want any service needed by the ambulance, it's just to call the unit and they will facilitate for easy transportations. So this will help us to track all our ambulance, and it will also help us to reduce abuse of unnecessary movements of the ambulances. So it will help us track every movement of our ambulances, so that we can know the location of each ambulance moving.
So far, the area that you have visited, what impression do you have as far as the health sector of the Gambia is concerned? Based on what you have seen in Abuko and the other areas that you have visited, and this project, how do you perceive the health sector of the Gambia?
Yes, I mean, we've had the chance to visit the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, and we could easily see with our own eyes that also the infrastructure, which date back from more than 100 years ago, and have been expanded over time, that they no longer serve actually, or have it's hard working conditions for the health staff there, and also of course difficult conditions for the patients. We saw that patients had to be the way patients had to be transferred from one building to another for diagnosis, etc. So we fully understand the urgent need of a new health infrastructure, and particularly of a new tertiary health, a new tertiary hospital. And this has also been part of the KFW support so far, that with the support of experts, we have been able to work on a master plan, and maybe I could just invite our consultant Joost to briefly present some key features of the master plan. Joost, could you please vision of the Farato site as a whole? So maybe you could elaborate a little bit what you have done in the past together with Mark.
So let me just
Okay.
And colleagues from ministry.
Yeah. Okay. Just the first one that will do the trick. Yeah. Just like this. Okay. So, whilst KFW Development Bank was basically approving funding, and the Honourable Minister was assigning the funding to the site of Farato Teaching Hospital, we've been suggesting to have a master plan of the whole site first. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's okay. So that we could actually see, first of all, where would the new building come in, but also to have a feasibility survey to understand, do 1,500 beds state-of-the-art hospital actually fit on the premises of Farato Farms? And what we came up with is a whole layout of the new hospital. You will see on orange here, this is the construction that we see behind us already happening through the funds of World Bank. And from there on, we would have a full-blown hospital that would actually fit the size that is according to the wish of the minister. It would be a largely two-story setting. It's basically will be a city in itself. We will end up with about 35 buildings. So it's going to be a major hospital once it is finally developed. So far we start from here. The building red and marked would be the one that would be funded through the German assistance. And from there on, we have one template building that can then easily be copy-pasted throughout the whole rest of the hospital. So it has a unique look and also a standardized design, which is also easy to use. That's what I can add to the master plan of the teaching hospital. You can see over here, this is the detailed layout of the design, which shows a two-story building with shady areas with a ramp, so we can also move patients in case we have power cuts. And then around it, you will see also spaces for recreation, so that it's not overly crowded, but you will also have a space where patients and relatives can meet and sit, because that's also part of the local culture. You rather sit inside than outside than inside a building if you meet with your relatives. So we catered for everything. This is the major Farato road out here, so you have a big representative front side of the whole hospital. And the white buildings are not yet assigned, so we still have space to add additional buildings, additional functions, like a medical school, like a midwifery school, or residence houses for the staff working here. So that is all yet very, let's say, a rough draft, a very general draft, but it gives a concept of, first of all, it's possible, and second of all, will hopefully look very nice the way it has been designed so far.
But this is really the master plan that could be served by the Ministry of Health.
Yes.
For developing further the vision and the realization of this Farato site.
Yeah. So this hospital will look like in the end, and also the population can have an idea how this thing will develop over time.
Thank you.
Okay.
DK Telecom Limited is a Gambian-owned managed company. It's an internet service provider with efficient service package for your corporate and individual needs, which includes shared bandwidth and dedicated services. They are located at Barinharin Highway, Bijilo at Sky Blue Plaza. Rush now to subscribe with DK Telecom, a solution provider to all your internet problems. DK Telecom service includes 5 meg speed, 7 meg speed and 10 meg speed respectively, with 30 days unlimited browsing excellence, 24 hours customer service, free support and free installation. For more information on DK Telecom services, call these numbers: 954-4000, 894-4000, 294-4000, 5144-000. DK Telecom, a solution provider to all your internet worries.